Hey again, we finished designing our application UI, and now whenever you click any button, you are able to know which button being clicked. Now let's we design the simple application for tic-tac-toe. Two people play the game before we go to the next and we make it the game you play with the device, because as a just run app, we need to make sure the application is running. Then we move to the next step to make it play with the device. So how we do that, I just go here and I define a new method. I name this method play game. So method name it play game. So this method play game, I expect take two things. First thing, it will take the cell ID, will be integer, which is you know what, and the second one will be view select, whatever select. Well, I just name it this way, and should be a button, because I need to know what button he clicked, so I change the color for the button and who is the active player or something like that. So here, all what I need to see send, I say play game, I send two things, cell ID, and I would send also the view select, okay, because I need to send these two things. So view select, I need to send it. No longer need these logs because they are good and they show me a correct result, so I don't need them. So now I'm sending view select cell ID here, and this one should take off. So first thing, to design this game, what you need? We need multiple things. First thing we need to make sure there is who is the active player. So we need to define a variable and name it active player. And this active player, we could know who is the player, who is the active player now. Is it 1 or 2? By default, player 1 will be a active player. We need also keep track what the player 1 selected, or which cells player 1 have been selected, and which cells the player 2 have been selected. So I say var player 1 equal, should be array list. You could define list of, array list. I like to define the array list of integer. That's my way. You could use the Kotlin way. It depends. So this is for the player 1. It will have all the points or all the cells that player 1 selected, and this one will have all the cells that player 2 have been selected. So what I would do here, I say, hey, if the active player is player 1, so I could do something. Else, I could do another thing, okay? So if the active player is a player 1, what do you expect? The button, I will give it .text as a text inside that button. I will give it value equal x, okay? Because I would assume player 1 have x. If the player 2 is the active, I would give for that cell value O. Okay? So if the player 1 is the active, I would set the background color for that player. So I say set background color. Here I would say r.color, which color? So I don't have colors added. I need to add color for blue, just to make it nice, and for the other player I need to give it color as a dark green. Okay, I just want to add two colors. So in this case I need to go to layout and add these two colors where in the strings. I say okay, I know there's a people looking for color, name it blue, and this blue color, you should go online and search for how blue color look like, or what the ID, but if you want to use mine ID, you should use this number. And the other color that you see we added here, which is dark green, you could go here and say okay, there is another color, name it dark green, and the dark green would be this ID. Again, I already have it prepared. You could do the way that I did it. So see, this is dark green, this is a blue color. That's good. So now I think we are good for both of these colors. So both of them, they have, I would assume they have a correct color, but for some reason he told me set background resource. Oh, I say set background color. Should say set background. I should say set background resource, not set background color. So I will not have this issue. Okay, so set background resource. That's good. So okay, if the active player is a player 1, the bug, I should put it X and he will be active. And give it blue. If the O, I give it O and active, and make sure of whatever player 1 selected, I will add it to his list. So whatever the cell ID that player select, I will add it to his list. And same thing, if it's player 2, whatever player 2 select, add it to his list. So I keep track whatever player 1 bid pick and whatever player 2 pick. And always, you know, this active player, if I am the active player, I will do the active player 2. If the 2 is the active player, what the 2 will do? It will change the turn. It will make the 1 as the active player, and they just play. And same times, I make sure for both players, I would say, okay, both of them, this button, I don't need anyone to click on it again. So I make sure make it is enable is equal false. That means this button is false, so it's not enabled, and no one could click on this button again. So very simple, nice way. Very simple, nice way. You track whatever player 1 pick, you track whatever player 2 pick, you know who's the active player. So if the active player is player 1, you set it to X, you change the background to blue, you add that to the player 1 list. Same thing if the active player 2 is 2, you change it O, you set dark green, you change it to player 2, you add it to the list, you change the active player to 1, and they could play at same time. I'll be waiting for some time to see or to have the application ready, but now it will not tell me who win what, because it's just very simple, just turning, but it will change the color based on the player. If player 1 pick 1, it will change it, player 2 it will change it, and will continue. See, this is for player 1, because by default the player 1 is active, X. Next one will be O, X, O, see? I'm playing by 2 players, not by 1. So, but now I need someone to check the rules. I need if the 3 of them check it for the player O, I should say, hey, game ended. Player 1 win the game. Now how I do that? I should do this check every time when the games get played. Every time I should say, hey, check the winner. Okay, check who is the winner. So that's mean I need to have a method. Define a method named check winner. So I need to define a method named check winner. The goal of this method is just checking who is the winner. So by default, this method, the winner is -1. I don't know who is the winner. So based on the rule, so you know player 1 will have a list of the cells that he selected. Player 2 have a list of the cell he selected. We have, when we play this game, we have multiple rules. If someone pick all this row, or all this row, or all this row, he will be the winner. Same thing, if the player pick this column, or this column, or this column, he will be the winner. I will add only these 9 rules. So I will say, okay. So I will say, okay, if let me check for first row number 1. So the first row number 1, I say if player 1 dot contains the list of the player 1 contain 1, and player 1, I just added 3 rows, contain 2, and player 1 contain 3. That means the player 1 he's the winner. I'm definitely say the winner. This one equal player 1. Okay. And you have same rule. You could say else, because there is no way both of them would be. They have this, but you could just don't use else if, or you could say player 2 and 2 and 2. It will be the 2 is the winner. So this is only row for the first row. If the player 1 pick the 3 cells, he will be the winner. If the player 2 pick the 3 cells, he will be the winner. Same thing I will do it for row number 2 or row number 3. So row number 2. Row number 2, the player should pick 3, 4, 5, he will be the winner. Is that right? No, not 3, 4, 5. 4, 5, 6, he will be the winner. And also if this one pick 4, 5, 6, he'll be the winner. Same thing for the row number 3. If the player pick 7, 8, 9, and 7, 8, 9. So this is not 3 rules for the rows. You could add 3 rows for columns. You could say column number 1. So you know that for the column number 1, they should pick 1 and 4 and 7. Do you know where this number come from? This is 1, this is 4, this is 7. Okay? Same thing. 1, 4, 7. So this is for the first column. This is column number 2. If the player pick for definitely 2, 5, 8. Just increase the number by 1. 2, 5, 8. And column number 3. Say column number 3, if the player pick 3, 6, 9. Okay, so this should be 3, this is 6, this is 9. So now by this point I know who is the winner, if it's the player 1 or if it's player 2. So I will check. I say, hey, if the winner equal 1, I want you to do something. I say else if the winner equal 2, I want you to do something. Okay, say else if this way. So if the winner, you could do whatever you want. I could display a message. I say to ask dot. To ask is a way to display a message for user. I say to make text. I pass a 3 parameter. This dot message. I say, for example, player 1 is the win the game. For example, win the game, and you need to pass the other parameter, which is for how long you want to ask to show us. I say I want to show for long. For long or short time, I say long, and I show wait to ask dot length long, and I say dot show. Okay, very simple. So this is a way to display a message for user. This is player 2 win the game, player 1 win the game. It's just to say to ask make text, you pass 3 parameters. This, that means current activity, the message that you want to display it. The to ask for how long you want to show the message, and you say show. I think for now the game should be all set for 2 players. They play at the same time, so there is no way you get your phone, give it to your friend, he play, then he give you back, you play. Well, this is, as I told you, this is just to make sure the game is working, because next video we will make you play with the device. But just for now, we make sure the rule is working. All what we change is a single line for the next video to make you play with the device after we implement the playing with the device. So yep, waiting for it. So to make sure this is, so I'm playing, I pick this one. For the first player pick this one, second player pick this one, first player pick this one, second player pick this one. So if I pick this one, it should tell me, come on. He said player 1 win the game. Yes. So now we all set for the rules of the game and who did win the game, if it's player 1 or player 2. So, and yeah, all what we need to do is just, instead 2 players playing the game, we make 1 player play with the device. So let's go to the next video and see how we could make you play with the device.